Hey there, Trailblazers, I hope you guys are all doing well. So today in this video, I have even more exciting information to share with you guys about new upcoming characters and content coming to Honkai Star Rail in the near future. This includes some new kit details for CASTORICE, some shocking news regarding Anaxa's actual element and path, and also a brand new preservation unit coming to the game as well. But before we begin, let me ask you a question. So, do you want to pull for cool characters like Madame Herta and Aglia, but you find the in-game prices too expensive? Well, fear not. Lootbard GG is the best top-up platform for all your gacha spending needs and provides a huge 20% discount compared to the in-game prices. Lootbar supports many big games, which includes Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and even Zenless Zone Zero. Let's try to buy the 3281 Shard pack for $40.48, which costs about $50 in-game for comparison. All I have to do is enter my server and UID and my purchase will be sent to my in-game account. After just waiting under a minute, I received my Shard pack top-up. Lootbar also has tons of positive reviews and cooperates directly with official Hoyoverse routing partners, making it very safe and secure. Just click on my link in the description or in the pinned comment to get an additional 8% discount today. Putting the sponsor aside, let's begin without wasting any more of your time. Starting with the info for CASTORICE. So, as most of you guys may already be aware, Hoyo actually released an official video just a few days ago that showed us a snippet of the gameplay animations for CASTORICE. The animation presented in the video is assumed to be her ultimate ability, where she summons her dragon by literally tearing apart space-time itself, and then the dragon shoots a giant laser beam at the enemy before flying away. Which honestly looks pretty damn sick, not gonna lie. However, just a day after the video was released, a source came out and stated that the animation shown in the video was not the entire animation, and claimed that only a small part of it was actually shown. He went on to claim that the actual animation for CASTORICE actually has 3 phases, and only the 3rd phase was shown in the actual video, where CASTORICE commands the dragon to fly up in the air. Furthermore, he then stated that there is also a 4th phase after the 3rd one, where the dragon flies to the highest point in the air, and then spreads its wings to launch a giant circular AoE attack. So yeah, while CASTORICE having different phases to her animation sounds pretty cool, as you can see, the source that presented this information does have some pretty contradictory statements. So I would personally take it with a grain of salt for now until we get more concrete information. There is also some other pieces of information we have gotten for CASTORICE, such as her main mechanic being centered around draining her and also her entire party's HP, similar to characters like Jinglu. And also some information about 2 of her eidolons. Her E2, for instance, is stated to factor in a certain percentage of the team's total HP to her dragon's giant laser beam attack called Enhanced Light. Additionally, a portion of the damage CASTORICE receives will also be transferred to the dragon. And her E6 transforms her dragon's enhanced beam attack to be casted twice consecutively after its action, and is claimed to be the strongest E6 in the game both now and in the future. Which does sound pretty overpowered, and kinda reminds me of the E2 for Dang Hung Il, which allowed him to cast his enhanced basic attack twice in a row after using his ultimate. So that's all of the information we have about CASTORICE for now. Next up, let's go over some rather shocking news regarding Anaxa's actual element and path, which, spoiler alert, is going to disappoint a lot of the people that were planning on pulling for him. So, remember the previous info that we had about Anaxa being a Ice Nihility character? Well, yeah, about that. According to some recent sources, the info about him being Ice Nihility is completely wrong, and that in reality Anaxa is actually an imaginary element character that follows the path of erudition. Yeah, I know. Hoyo is once again making yet another imaginary element male character, despite there already being so many imaginary male units in the game. While this information has not been completely verified, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it actually turned out to be true, as Hoyo has shown various times in the past to have a strange habit of making most of the male units in the game either imaginary or physical element for no apparent reason, which actually limits the gameplay situations and playstyles those units can be used for compared to the female characters. So yeah, let's just cross our fingers and hope that Anaxa is not the 50th imaginary male unit in the game, lol. Lastly, let's go over some very exciting information about a brand new preservation unit finally being added to the game after a really long time. So according to a very reliable source named HomDGCat, who stated that in version 3.4 a new preservation character will be introduced into the roster. This character is stated to be a fire preservation unit, and will have a playstyle revolving around launching follow-up attacks with the action bar summon, which the source clarified is a normal summon and not a memo sprite. So yeah, for those that are not already getting a severe case of deja vu, this playstyle is very similar to Lingsha's current playstyle, but attached to a preservation unit instead. Heck, even the element is the exact same as Lingsha, which makes this comparison even more blatant than it already was. And don't get me wrong, having the same element and similar playstyle to Lingsha isn't exactly a bad thing. But I do hope the character has unique mechanics that differentiate them from Lingsha herself, and not just an exact copy of Lingsha's kit, but attached to a preservation character, as that would be pretty boring in my opinion. So that's pretty much all of the current information that I have for this video. If you found the info in this video helpful, feel free to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the latest HSR news and information. That's it for now, so I'll see you in the next video.